Second nature for children in the house. I hope everyone is doing well. The last video I shot, I spoke on two of the biggest problems with having, how did I put it? Two of the biggest problems we're having with our children. Okay, I just had to take a look at it. I have so much information going on around me. So I want to stay right there just for a second. And I ended that video with the parents. Because definitely from my experience, I've been working with children now over 3 decades and working with families in the defects, the youth detention, group homes, in the prison, children that's been raped and sodomized and molested. I've encountered it all. And in my experience, one of the biggest problems is the parents. A lot of times, I'm not saying all the time, but I'm just telling you at a very high percentage when that child is having issues. And once you meet the parents or the parent or the grandparent, then you can see, okay, I see why this child is having so many issues. So tonight I want to talk to you for a moment about a lot of parents are failing their children. A lot of parents are failing their children. Now we're gonna have to start talking about the problems, and then second nature for children, we put solutions with it because we always talking about the problems, but we have solutions as second nature for children. One of the biggest problems that we are having, and I want to come from what they will call the low income community because I've spent most of my time working within the low income community. That's what it's called. One of the problems we have children having children. That's a problem. We got to slow our children down. That means that we have to begin to parent them at a very young age. At the youngest, you could at 3, 4, 5 years old, where that brain is more impressionable or more influential, that's when you need to start working with your child. Stop putting the responsibility on the school system or everyone else to help your child. Parents, you are responsible for your child. Let that sink in with your parents. One of the problems we're having children too soon, too young, and we're not ready for the responsibility. So when it's time to carry that responsibility for you to raise your child and you to make sure that your child is up to par, a lot of parents are failing their children because they're waiting for someone else. They're putting the responsibility on someone else. The school system is set. I don't know if you know the origin of the school system, but they only can do so much. Do not depend on the school system for your child academic achievement. They just play a part in it. But you parents are responsible for your child's academic. And let me tell you something. It's so sad in the low income community. Let's just go there where they call it. You have all of these parents taking these children football practice, baseball practice, basketball practice, cheerleader practice, and a lot of these kids are not even doing well academically. Your focus, parents, is in the wrong area. You want them to be a professional athlete so bad because you're looking at the money, you're looking at the glam, and you don't know you're failing your child because when you look at statistics, your child won't make it. When you look at statistics, if your child is that diamond in the rough, may God bless. But on a higher scale, with all the children in that community, if one come out of there, that's a blessing. You think about in your community, just you can go back over the last 40 and 50 years. See how many athletes came out of your community and over the last 40 and 50 years. And that should let you know that my focus shouldn't be on my child in sports. My focus should be on my child academic achievement. Parents, a lot of us are letting our children down. We are failing our children. One problem we're having children too soon. We're having children that we're not ready and ready to carry that responsibility. So we got to slow it down. Another problem we're having, we're putting the responsibility on someone else. No, we have to raise our children. Mom and daddy, you got to stay together if you're going to have children. If you're not going to stay together, stop bringing these children into the world. Stop it. They didn't ask to come here. We're letting our children down. We have to stop depending on someone else to raise our children. So I just wanted to share that with you. That's one of the problems, and we're going to come back and do it a little bit more, but I just want to share our parents are failing our children because you're more interested in their sports life, their cheerleading life, than their knowledge, their academic life. I'm here in Atlanta, and when I studied the schools in District 10, and you could pull it up and take a look at it. When you pull up the Georgia statistics for academics, you will see that these schools, the Atlanta public schools, from elementary to middle to high school, they're all failing in the reading and math and the things that they test on. They're failing. Our children are not doing well within that system. And the parents are pushing sports and pushing other things instead of helping them. And you want to know why our children are not doing well? On a big scale, it's the parents. And you have to start training your child when they're young. You have to start parenting when they're young. You can't split up. Listen, you can't lay down to have a child and then stand up and don't take care of them. That's a problem. So we got to stop having them if we're not ready to bear the responsibility of raising a child because a lot of parents are letting the children down. I just want that to sink in 1 second. Then I'm going to share this with you. Of course, you know, I teach on the mind, the body, and the soul. Now, I see a lot of us are hurting physically because I see you. I can see you're hurting physically. Why you haven't reached out to me for help? I haven't put no cost on you. And it's so sad that when you give something away for free, people say, oh, it must be something wrong with it. It's free. And then if you put a price on it, oh, he's just trying to get some money. You can't win with us a lot of times. People of color, you can't. I'm telling you, with your physical fitness, I see you're not doing well. Reach out to me. I'll help you. snfchildren@gmail.com. Make sure you go to our website, snfchildren.org. See the great work we're doing with the youth. If you would like to support the organization, that's $ SNF Children. We're a 501c3 organization. That means the first of the year, you can write it off and get your money back. You've been did a great cause for the year. Write it off, get your money back. Until we come together to help each other, I can promise you things will never change for people of color. Parents, until we begin to parent, we're letting our children down. I've been doing it over 3 decades, and it's getting worse. Mom and dad is getting younger, and as soon as they have that baby, the man is gone. Mama's not ready to bear that responsibility by herself. So we got to do better as a people. And if you would like to be part of Second Nature for Children, just hit me up, snfchildren.org. We must organize to make a difference. Now, I know a lot of times, as soon as I get out the video, some people hear you hear it because I see people hearing it, but they go right on back into their everyday lives. I haven't met many that have said, you know what, let me just holler and just see what's going on. See how could I make a difference. No one has asked you for any money. What's your talent? What do you have to share with the children? What else do you have? Until we come together, you're going to continue to see destruction with our youth. We can't depend on the city, the government, the system. We can't depend on them. Until we come together to help ourselves, nothing will get better for us as a people of color. I hope you hear what I'm saying. Things are not well in our communities, and a lot of parents are failing their children because they are not making sure that their children is ready for this journey as an adult. You have to begin to prepare them now for the journey and not depend on someone else to do your job. Parents, it's your responsibility. I know you all don't want to hear this, but I'm going to tell it. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to tell the truth. A lot of parents I'm speaking from my experience. I'm speaking from over 3 decades of working with children and parents. Parents, you're failing. A lot of parents, I didn't say all, but a lot of parents are failing their children. So you have any comments, you can hit me in the comment section. Holler at me. I'm ready for you. Depending on how you come at me. Holler at me. Uh, hey, make sure you hit those thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this information for liberation. For liberation. We must be free mentally. We are enslaved. And I have some questions that were sent to me that I'll be posting real soon. And you can hit me back and answer on those questions if any of them catch you. But I just want to say, parents, we got to do better. And people of color, if we're going to make a difference, the only way, it's not two, it's not three, it's not four, it's not five. Hit me in the comment if you got any more, because I'm telling you, the only way we're going to be able to make a difference if we come together and we organize. That's the only way we can make a difference. Parents, let's do better. If you need to hit me up, snfchildren@gmail.com. If you need physical fitness, I got you. Hit me up. If you need to know the right mindset to be successful in any area, hit me up. If you need to learn, this is going to kind of throw a lot of you off. If you need to learn how to love yourself so you can have a strong liking for yourself, so you can want better for yourself, hit me up. But it's facts. that a lot of parents are failing their children, and we must do better. I holler.